This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of...
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat had... After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. Good counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Perfect counter shot. Right hook misses. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pot you all night long. Rush them.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. Do you believe this? Catch and shoot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Do you believe what we are seeing? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Let's talk about fury in that last round. I promise you, all three judges... There's the bell for round 2. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
He misses with that jab. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. That left hook missed. Nice counter. Beautiful counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. The bell rings and we start the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down. Every
time they throw a shot, they get countered. That counter punch caught him clean. Both men step back for just a moment. These punches coming from every angle. Nice counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter shot. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage. There's the bell for round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Well done with that counter shot. His jab just got blocked. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You would not want to be hit by this guy. Trust me. They exchange punches. Not a lot of defense here at all. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can... Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little favour and pickpocket him.
You'd like to see more jabs. Nice work to block that right uppercut. There's a counter shot. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That hook just can't find the target. Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punching. His stamina is off the charts. Nice job to block that uppercut. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. What would you tell this guy? Let's start the 6th. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
These two fighters are made for one another. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter lands. Nice counter punch. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. How about that time counter shot? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. That bell could not... And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
There's a counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Swing and a miss with that jab. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? There's a counter shot. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round.
Well, we know they've got the advantage.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fiery fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Good defense on the right uppercut. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside post round.
There's a counter shot. Nope, that jab not going to score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I'm not sure about the judges on this one. A split decision win.
A split decision? How one-sided does it have to be? A split decision? Who's doing this job?